This subscriber story comes from our very avid fan named Deb, and the story is about something that happened years ago to her brother Frank when she and her family were living in the Pacific Northwest. Now, Frank was a straight A student, a genius in his own right. But as a junior, he decided parties were just too cool and his attendance was a must. So on this fateful Friday night, just before 11 p.m., he slips out his bedroom window and into the night. He's walking along the deserted country highway, noticing a car approaching from behind him. He ducks into the trees, waiting for the car to pass. This repeats a few more times, and he decides, screw this, I'm going to walk through the trees. After walking about a mile through the forest, Frank is realizing that in his effort to avoid trees and such, his path is not as straight as he believed, and he has strayed quite a distance into the forest from the road. Just then, he spots a faint light to his side. While still walking, he turns his head to get a better look at the light and bumps into something warm. Something that breathes heavily and shakes uncontrollably. He turns forward again to discover he's walked right into a deer's hind end. And he just stands there with his mind spinning, wondering what on earth is happening? Why is this deer just standing here, and why didn't it run when I bumped into it? Then he focuses on its face. It's staring straight ahead, unblinking. So Frank follows its gaze. To his horror, he sees a figure straight from a nightmare. It's so pale, it seems to emit a soft glow. It appears to be a cross between a human and a praying mantis. Long, oddly bent arms and legs, dark, soulless black eyes so widely spaced they are almost on the sides of its head. It starts to produce a low, rhythmic clicking noise, and Frank hears noises behind him to his left and his right. He is standing there as frozen as the deer. But then the creature turns its head almost 180 degrees, staring at him, and this scares him out of his trance. He slaps the deer's behind and yells for it to go, go, go! The deer bolts, and Frank spins around, heading for the road. He's crashing into trees and thorns and heavy brush, but he keeps pushing through because he understands his life depends on it. However, in the dark, he doesn't spot a small hole in his path, and his foot goes crashing right down into the hole, and Frank hears the snap of his ankle. But even that doesn't halt him. He hears that clicking sound approaching him from several directions just behind him. He breaks through the tree line at last, limping into the middle of the road. He turns toward the forest, standing there trying to catch his breath as he hears these creatures all screeching and clicking. He's so scared that he doesn't even register the headlights coming straight at him. Luckily, yet not so luckily, it's his dad, and he's furious. Frank dives into the truck fast and slumps to the floorboard, sobbing. His dad is so stunned that he just stares at Frank, asking repeatedly, "What's happening?" Eventually, in a scream filled with terror, Frank yells, "Go! Just go!" His dad shifts the truck into gear, his foot on the gas, just as he sees a white face peeking out of the brush next to the truck. Needless to say, he floors it and reaches home in record time. Deb is awakened by the chaos when they arrive home. His dad starts shouting at his mom to go get the first aid kit and to get an ice pack. And it isn't long before they figure out that Frank's ankle is broken and take him to the ER. Deb had never heard of crawlers before, and it wasn't until years later that she started reading similar tales on the internet. She always believed him, though. You can't fake that kind of terror. And Frank never spoke of it again to the day he died, afraid that if he did, it might come back.